Okay, so the question is, what is solutions versus what is solution not? So let's start with the description of what solution is, and I think that would provide us a platform to understand what solution is not. So what solution is a very comprehensive platform that intends towards helping out with the different business processes that a particular store would have. So again, based on the different type of stores, again in the stores they have different types of categories. However, given a specific type of store, and again we all understand every store has different needs, and hence the kind of business problems that a store might have to solve is different, and that is what we intend upon. So taking one store at a time, our intention is to completely understand and study the business model for that store, and then come up with a list of different services that a store requires to function properly. Now, a very sort of typical or very regular roles that pretty much every store would have is of a cashier, for example, right? Now, there could be other roles. There could be sweeper, mopper. There could be a person who would be helping out with goods, deliveries. So all these kind of different roles or sort of employee kind of services that a store might need. What what this means is that a store would need a service that would help it in terms of hiring, managing, and maintaining uh, different type of employee management related feature functionality and hence ability. So one of the services that we would provide that would pretty much would be able to relate to any store business is employee hiring and managing services. Now, similar to this, there will be things related to inventory management services, or there will be things related to business intelligence, from a store perspective, what's selling, what's not selling, what what can sell in that neighborhood, or what kind of pricing model makes sense, from that store perspective, right? So all these kind of services, however, or all these kind of business processes, however, it, by means of services. So again, we talked about employee management, then we talked about inventory management, then we talked about point of sales, uh, and then I would say order management, for example, another one. So the list goes on. I mean, as I said, we intend on taking each and every store category, very serious, studying them, understand their requirements, and come up with services from them. So essentially, our platform is at the end of the day going to provide maybe hundreds of different types of business services. Those might align to one or the other type of a business or a store category, for example, right? So what we intend on is understanding the businesses, breaking down into different type of meaningful business services, those, and then business services, again, I think it's very important as to what is the definition of a business service, right? So any business flow that eventually helps in terms of running your business, or solving a problem related towards running your business, is essentially a service from our platform point of view. So again, in that category, we're saying, we're expecting us to be delivering hundreds of different services, and stores, based on their requirement and need, they can actually end up using or leveraging the services. So again, so getting back to the question, what Stolution is. So Stolution is a platform that provides business solutioning services catering to the type of business that's in question, right? So a particular store might have only a specific set of services that it might need, but eventually our platform has it all. Also, what's another aspect to this is our services are integrated, right? So because they are all being offered under one platform, for the most part, they'll be able to connect and relate to each other, given the fact that they are all still for that same store, right? So all of these services will be able to talk to each other, will be able to communicate and hence leverage the knowledge that they share. And the end goal eventually is to help the business grow, right? Not just survive but grow. It's very important. So that's what solution is. Now the other question was what solution is not. So with this understanding that we have so far, of course, this is a very, very high level understanding. It does require a lot of discussion, I would say. I'll have to go into a lot of use cases and detail to probably be in a position to properly and accurately communicate. But at the very, very high level understanding that we have acquired so far, what solution is not is, let's say, an employee hiring service. So it's not just, yes, employer hiring and management is a part of our platform. It's one service. But yes, we are not completely into employee hiring management. So on a similar note, we are not just an inventory management platform, or we are not just yet another point of sales platform, right? And then again, the list continues. So we are not into a particular service only. We are at a, I would say, much higher layer, whereby we provide this platform upon which we'll be providing and hosting or making all these services available for store businesses to be able to consume them, and obviously whatever services those kind of make sense. However, as I said, what we are is a platform that would allow and present all these services, make them available, such that as a store manager or as a store owner, you are able to use whatever services make sense to you. And hence what we are not is a particular service. So we are not just a employee hiring and management service, or we are not just yet another inventory or point of sale service. So this is what it is. So this is what solution is versus this is what solution is not. So with that said, I think that would help, at least in terms of giving a very, very high level of what we are. Hope it helps. Thank you.